In the heart of Pyongyang, North Korea, stands a skyscraper so tall it cuts through the mist like a knife. 105 stories high. A glass pyramid that never glows. A monument no one enters, no one leaves. For over 3 decades, it's been called many names: the Hotel of Doom, the Phantom Tower, the Ghost of Pyongyang. But behind its mirrored windows lies something far darker than failed architecture. A secret project born from fear, pride, and silence. Welcome to DA file number 0011, the Ryugyong Hotel, North Korea's 105-story monument of fear. Let's open the file. Imagine a city frozen in time. Empty boulevards. Propaganda murals. Loudspeakers whispering loyalty. And then, out of nowhere, a massive pyramid scraping the sky. This is the Ryugyong Hotel, the world's tallest unfinished building. Standing at 330 meters, 1,083 feet, it dominates Pyongyang's skyline like a silent god. It was a symbol of triumph, proof that North Korea could outshine the capitalist world. But instead, it became the very symbol of the regime's decay, a structure so cursed that for years, it was erased from official photos, maps, and even the country's own propaganda. How did this happen? Why did the world's most secretive nation build the world's most mysterious skyscraper, and then abandon it? Let's go back to the beginning. It's the late 1980s. The Cold War still divides the world. Kim Il-sung, North Korea's founding leader, wants to prove his country is powerful, modern, unstoppable. Then news arrives from Seoul, South Korea. A luxury hotel, the Westin Stamford, had just opened. The tallest in the world. A capitalist trophy. That could not stand. So in 1987, Kim Il-sung ordered construction of a hotel that would dwarf South Korea's pride. A socialist wonder, capable of housing 3,000 guests, with 5 revolving restaurants, and 7,600 rooms. A beacon to show the world that North Korea could build bigger, faster, and better, even without Western help. The project was a race against time, not physics. And that's how the curse began. Construction began with Soviet aid and Egyptian engineering. The company Orascom helped pour millions into the project. North Korean workers labored day and night. But the country had no proper steel, no technology for glass facades, no real safety equipment. The tower rose fast, but hollow. A giant skeleton of concrete and ambition. By 1992, the exterior stood complete. But inside? Nothing but dark, empty shafts. No wiring. No plumbing. No walls. The country had spent hundreds of millions on a monument that couldn't even open a single room. Then, disaster. The Soviet Union collapsed. North Korea's allies vanished. And the country plunged into one of the darkest famines in modern history. The Ryugyong Hotel was left to rot, a dead giant watching over a starving nation. By the mid-1990s, Pyongyang's skyline was dominated by a ruin. A massive, unfinished pyramid surrounded by poverty and silence. Foreigners who managed to enter North Korea called it the Hotel of Doom. Its concrete surface began to crack. Locals whispered that the building was cursed. The government? It acted as if the tower didn't exist. Official photos of Pyongyang were edited, the hotel erased from the skyline. It became a ghost of propaganda, something too shameful to destroy, too expensive to fix. For 16 years, it stood empty. An impossible monument to a dream that had turned into a nightmare. Then, suddenly, the ghost came back to life. In 2008, Egyptian telecom giant Orascom returned to North Korea with a deal. They would help the regime build its first mobile network, and in return, they'd be allowed to finish the Ryugyong Hotel's exterior. By 2011, the entire tower was wrapped in glass panels, sleek, mirrored, perfect. From the outside, it looked brand new. Tourists started calling it the Emerald City's tower. But there was one problem. The inside was still empty. No furniture. No power. No plumbing. Just a hollow shell reflecting the lies of the outside world. When reporters asked when it would open, officials smiled and said, "Soon." That was over a decade ago. Today, the Ryugyong Hotel stands completed. At least, from a distance. The glass reflects sunlight like a blade. At night, LED lights pulse along its sides, red, blue, green, showing images of the North Korean flag and Kim Jong-un's speeches. But no one has ever stayed a single night inside. In 2018, the government even announced a grand opening. Journalists arrived and found locked doors. Satellite images reveal no cars, no staff, no lights inside the windows. Just darkness. The building is wired for illusion, a hollow tower that looks alive but isn't. Some believe the hotel is used for government experiments, surveillance, or even nuclear communications. Others say it's simply too unstable to occupy, that its concrete core could crumble if too much weight were added. Whatever the truth is, only the regime knows. And they're not talking. The Ryugyong Hotel is more than a failed building. It's a metaphor, a reflection of the entire nation that built it. It stands for grand ambition built on fear, secrecy disguised as strength, control masquerading as perfection. Even its name, Ryugyong, meaning capital of willows, is a cruel irony. A symbol of beauty turned into a monument of despair. Some North Korean defectors claim the tower is haunted, that soldiers who died building it never left. Others whisper it's used for elite guests or foreign delegations, sealed away from public eyes. No one can prove it. But the silence itself is proof enough. Every light that flickers on its surface hides 1,000 unanswered questions. So here it stands. A 105-story reminder that pride can outgrow reason. That in a country obsessed with image, the greatest illusion of all is progress itself. For the people of Pyongyang, the Ryugyong Hotel is both a warning and a wish. A promise of luxury that never came. A shadow of glory that never existed. It's beautiful, yes, breathtaking even. But behind the glass is nothing but silence. And that silence speaks louder than any propaganda ever could. The Ryugyong Hotel remains the tallest unfinished building on Earth. A pyramid that touches the sky. But will never touch the truth. This was DA file number 0011. I'm your host from Dark Atlas Files.